Hello, here again with Alpay. How are you? We continue journey. We are still in Saudi Arabia. Went there 3.5 months, and it was hard. Where I was adapted, work no problem. But the main problem is missing your family, missing your children. So while you are busy, you are okay. You forget your worries about it and feelings. But once you go to your cabin and start thinking, of course you can't call them, no telephone. I mean, they got the finest technology to get the petrol out of the sun and control the gisement, the gas coming, pressure. They can harness them. They get all the technology, but there's no telephone yet. Can you imagine? Which year is this? 1979. So I was working, thinking what to do. One cassette came since I'm there, and I sent them back. I miss you, and so. But that is what I have to work. The money was good. They go straight to my bank in England. Plus, I had allowances. Yes, Al Ghasabi private company gave us extra money, Saudi Riyal. So you can go and shopping and find. And so I had the one Friday left, and I said I go back. I'm going back to England, and I have to buy something, some present. I mean, because it's duty free, is some cheaper. You buy some cassette, electronic things like that, and but we've been warned on Friday. Don't go in public areas, because there every Friday after the Juma Salah, what they do, they chop the heads. Yes, and they say if you see gathering there, big crowd, don't go there, because they put white-faced expats in front to see them, look what they do, because he steals something, or I don't know, kill somebody and rape somebody. This is the case. They ended up by chopping their heads. I mean, I saw from the long distance, but there was videos about it, It was terrible. Probably what in Afghanistan Taliban doing. Touch wood. Anyway, it was okay, of course. I liked the job because all my duties, I done it. Whatever targets they gave me, I reached it. My people in Turkish dining room, they are happy. We set up new monthly menu. The product arrived. We recruited the Turkish chefs. They were doing their job properly. But hygiene was most important. I mean, you can't neglect it. If you cook early your meal, food for the crowd, 3,500 people, and left it on the warmer, no. Thai inspector, they are mainly all Thais, they come check, sometimes early, sometimes incognito. They then come from the dining room. They go from the store room, from the back of the dining room. If they see any discrepancies, they took a note. Maybe I repeat it again, but I mean, today we're talking about viruses, the hygiene. Over there, when you wash your vegetables, special spinach or fresh vegetables, in the water, you have to put, whoever prepare, there's a big sign put how many drop or milliliter detergent, disinfectant. To 1 gallon, you put so many drops. And you say, yes, we put it. They come and check with the strip they have. If turn blue, yes, you done it. If it doesn't turn or turn lightly, they say you put it again. Next time I saw you, boom. If you have a warning all the time, of course it's bad for me. I'm the unit catering manager. I got 2 dining room, plus I look after other dining rooms. I told you I don't want to repeat again. But it's good because I'm learning always something. In the Western dining room, there was all chefs. They were working in the paquebot, transatlantic ships. They were chefs. They know all the big gourmets, and every Fridays they are making, decorating the buffet, and they're making really a la carte restaurant specialties. Beef Wellington, the gourmet chef, and foie gras sometimes. But the Western diner, they had everything they wanted. It must be there. Of course, canned fruit as well, and the fresh fruit as well. So all the techniques, all the gourmet dishes, I used to take a note. I go to North Korean dishes, Filipino, I take a note. I was training myself as well. I'm learning new tastes. Then 3.5 was coming to the end, and we get ready. We had the new human resource manager came, and the new resource manager came and was telling us everything doing very well, and the people, the company is enlarging, and then they are having the Grommet International. They are having a new contract, and probably he will give us good news in the next few days. He said okay, and of course we were fed up. Really, 3.5 months away from the family, it is big job. You promise. I promise, of course, I will do this, maybe this time, maybe another time again, and it will finish. This is my second time starting. So 3.5 months gone, finish, and second one come. But I was really worried about it because it wasn't joy. I mean, the money good, and wife at home on her own, looking after the shop. We bought a house with the shop in front of it. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? One day, our colleagues came and say, look, chefs want to see you. And I wanted to see the chef, and they said, look, your French is good, and are you interested to work in another country? I said, yeah, not the country, he said, another project. I said, yes, I don't mind. So he said, but this is it's going to be again offshore business, offshore business outside of your country. But the one thing is, in England, if you go, as I told you before, if you go abroad, you don't pay tax. That's why we selected, but always apart. I mean, there is no job, it says 1 month you go and come back. No. But in the north, they have a drilling as well. What they do, they say 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Then you go R&R. R&R means rest and recreation. You are still paid. You're at home, you're resting for 2 weeks. And this is the worst thing, recreation. Because you come to see your family, but what they say, only 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time, you want to do everything quickly, in a rush. Psychologically, you are not good. Anyway, I was adamant, I'm going to learn something from this project, and I take a note from Indian recipes, from Western diner chefs. I had a very, very good recipes and techniques, because I wasn't a chef. But now that really, it was a very good experience for me. Anyway, one day we had a meeting, and the manager says, look, ladies and gentlemen, not the ladies and gentlemen, we had about 25, 27 catering manager there. The catering manager, they are chefs as well inside. He says, in Algeria, yes, the Government International got a new job, new project. So we are recruiting new catering managers there. Yes, okay, very good. Everybody listening, yeah, oh, yes. And of course, we all must be recruited from the UK, United Kingdom. And the project is Japanese, 3,500 Japanese, and their catering, we need the catering manager to monitor them. Okay, and instead of 3.5 months work, length of time, working time, is only 2.5 months. Oh! Everybody says, oh yeah, I want to go. 2.5 months. 3.5 months there? 1 month early. You discharge yourself. I say, we want to go. I said, oh my God, I like to go because I speak French. Only snag is, you should speak fluent French. Oh, of course, all British, they don't speak another language. They're only, some of them Cockney. Anybody knows? Mr. Alpay, can you come after the meeting to see me in my room? Everybody look at me. Oh my God. Bloody me, yeah, how lucky. Yeah. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe to my ears. I said, okay. After the meeting, boom, to his room. Yes, okay, sit down. I knew, I got your CV in front of me. I knew you are very good in French. Do you interested? I said, yes, it's much better. Of course, I think so, yeah. So, I got your papers, and I'm going to recommend you to head office, Mr. So-and-so. So when you go back, you are going to cut your liaison with this company, Al-Ghasabi. So we gave you permission to go. So soon as you get there, after your R&R, go and see this gentleman in the Grand Bank in London, head office. I said, okay. I mean, I was going to go away, but this time 2.5 months. So maybe family will accept. They will say, okay, 2.5 months, one more time, you go, maybe we will adapt. So, of course, we started getting the preparation. I was ready to get preparation. I got excited. And I got only a couple of weeks left. And I was start making preparation and get some souvenir and write a letter. The letter goes in 10 days time. Cassette. So I was making, preparing my return ticket, and we have every Friday, we got the travel agents people come from the local Saudis, and instead you go to the travel agent in Saudi, in Dhahran, in the city. So they said, where you want to go? Look, I got a good offer for you, so and so, so and so. So I went to one of the guys. I said, look, in 2 weeks' time I'm going back, and can you book me with the British Airways? He said, why do you want to go with British Airways? I mean, with regular flight. So, what can I do then? What's the another choice? Is there any choice? Yes, you can. I can make you return by Concorde, Mach 2 flies. Mach 2. He says yes. You only pay extra than 600 Saudi dinar, because we always travel with the company tickets. They give us the return ticket, London, Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, and return. So I put on top of it 600 riyal. I said, okay, it's a lifetime experience, why not? So I booked it. It took normally 7 hours flight. London, Heathrow to Dhahran. So with Concorde, it will take 3 hours. Sound speed 2 max. Then okay. And I started telling to my wife, I said, look, on that day I'm coming, I will take in my plane 3 o'clock afternoon from Bahrain, because in Dhahran they don't have the large area for the Concorde. Bahrain. Hello, Hakan. So okay, I pack my luggages and boom, we go to Bahrain. Of course, Saudi airports are crowded, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you never want to go back again there. You got all kind of people from all over the world, and you book your tickets, you make arrangements, but those people, they make it in the last minute. So in last minute is crowd, and you got your ticket, you want to go there. Oh, wow. To travel from Dhahran to Bahrain, it takes about half an hour. But because it is so near Bahrain Island. But it took me bloody 2 hours I was waiting. Fortunately, I was early. Then I went to Bahrain, and all my luggage is there, of course. And in Bahrain, they had the Concorde Club. I'm telling this as a part of my life story because it is very important. Because there is no I'll tell you later on what happened to Concord. So we had the champagne welcome party. Then time comes, 3 o'clock, boom, Concord. It was long like a tube, large tube. Of course, there's a limited luggage as well, so I've been warned as well. So I took my place and flew from Bahrain to London. I said farewell to Saudi. In Saudi, you have a duty. If you have a camp, and around the camp, they have sometimes few camels, like a troop of camels, but there's a bunch of 3, 4, 5 camels wander around. They want food, so you have to give them a food. If you don't give them a food, and if they find out, Saudi official, you had it. So I used to give them some food, or make them, my men, spread around some food, bread and lettuces and vegetables, things like that. And also I took my picture with them as a proof that we are feeding the. So this is my picture. It's a good camel. Of course, we had a hair that time. So we say farewell to Saudi and welcome to Algeria. So I landed to Heathrow as I promised to my family. My wife came with the 2 children. They are 4 years old, 5 years old. They were shy to me. 3.5 months, they didn't see their daddy. And 2 daughters were saying, "Who is this man? Darling, how are you?" I said, never again, 3.5 months. So, of course, she was happy. And we said, look, it's going to be like that from now on. And I hope you don't mind. I said, oh, she said, okay. And you might ask, did he work okay or not at all? Ladies and gentlemen, it was okay. I was earning good money. If I stayed in England, I used to get only salary plus cut. I was working, no tax, tax-free money. It was in my bank account, offshore bank account. Plus, because we had the shop, there was some money as well. And coming back, I had the extra money to doing good job to honor me. So I said to granddad and my wife's father, I said, look, we have to look around, and I don't want my wife works on her own while I am offshore. So look for a new house, then we can trade in this shop, plus we put some money, buy new house somewhere else. And we found it, ladies and gentlemen, and we got big house in the same city but in another town, in a better place, better area, with the garden, 20-foot garden. Yes. So it means that if you control yourself, you plan yourself, and if the company promises you and pays you your money, and you show yourself, you got extra remuneration, extra salary on top of salary. You got remuneration, and we bought the house. So while I was there, we make the plan, everything, and all the formality done, and of course we had to wait. So with 2 weeks time, the landlord on the other place is left, and unfortunately I didn't stay there, and she was on her own to transfer the house. But I was looking for the garden, if there's anything to repair or anything like that. But we spent all the money, and we didn't want to do anything until we will realize we will get extra money. So the Algeria is waiting for me, and we didn't know anything about it. So I went again to London Grand Met headquarters, and I met Mr. Charles somebody. He was very posh guy. He says, thank you very much, nice to see you, and we have a very good reputation from your works. He said, I said, what is this project in? He says, in the middle of Sahara. Oh my God, again, desert. Yes, and they are all 3,500 Japanese people building refinery. Ladies and gentlemen, normally all the gas all over the world found in the seas. In the sea. The drill is much cheaper. But this time, most people prefer the drill in the sea than on the earth. In the Sahara, they found it was the biggest second gizmo underground. It is in Sahara. So Italians and Japanese, they're working together, and they are drilling. They're supposed to drill and send it by pipeline to the coast. And Japan is investing everything. Japan is investing to build, and then they will have access to take the gas and take it back to Japan. They are hungry for energy. They don't have anything in Japan. Can you imagine? They came all the way. 3,500. I didn't know anything about the Japanese lifestyle or anything. We saw the Japanese. And so I said, okay, then what we need to do? Nothing, we just regular. And you got a cabin. Again, cabin I don't do. And you have the British manager there. Again, British manager. The young lad. And you have another assistant manager, administrator, 2 of them. And there was a buyer of the British as well. And the secretary. And another lad from... there were so many different nationalities, immigrants. It was a dark skin from Jamaica. That's all, and plus the local people. But he says, yes, Algerian, they are tough people. What do you mean? They are not like an Indian and nice, smiling. They are hard people, not easy to communicate. They don't listen, they don't obey. So we have a big cow and big security. Japanese making the security, and most of the food, we have the lorries, 10-ton lorries, they go and bring it. 10-ton lorry go to the coast, to Alger. So we are in the middle. We have a nearest Gardaya and Laguat. They told them, I don't know anything about the Gardaya. I said, okay. What about the salary? Ladies and gentlemen, the salary double what I was earning in Saudi. To motivate you, because you can't motivate British if you don't pay. Plus tax free. I mean, there's a certain days you can go to UK. For example, if you are working overseas, only 1 day, 1 week or 2 weeks, once you are allowed in your life, in your project time, 1 year project time, one occasion you can go to UK. But if you do it twice, they tax you 70% cut from your salary. So many people, British people, they choose this and they can stand. Maybe one trip is enough. Some of them maybe all the time, because if the cash money comes like that, you got always project to do something else. So in in 2 trip in Saudi, I bought my house with the shop, then sell the previous one, we got the new one. So we will see what we're going to do next. So I said, okay, fix the time, conditions are same, and wife happy, she accepted, okay, you can go. And I was ready to go. I hope I'm going to enjoy it. It was unknown to me, Algeria. Only I know, and their language, Arabic language, is different as well. Next time, we will tell you this. Okay? I hope you enjoying it. What we said, objective, planning ahead, objective, and conditions, check the condition, and while you are there, you learn something. So I am putting all the time new knowledge. In Saudi, with this British experience from Indians, from other nationalities, I learned so many things in my head. I had a note. So I hope it will help me in the future, start my own business. I don't know, inshallah, I will do it. So in Algeria, see what I'm going to learn. From the Algerian as well, and from the Japanese too. Okay? I'm excited. See you next time. Bye-bye.